Hey guys, welcome to NG Site, and today we're going to cover Skyfall. Finally, the new James Bond movie after 4 years after that piece of crap movie, Quantum of Solace.
Bad
It's about, I think I'd like to say right now, the wait was worth it.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. Well, this is the 50th anniversary of James Bond because Dr. No was shown in 1962, so this is the 50th year. This is Bond 23. It's the longest running film franchise ever. For this version, Daniel Craig is still James Bond. He's
third outing.
Yes, third outing as James Bond, and he was on a mission and he's presumed dead. Pretty much like Pierce Brosnan was presumed dead a couple years back in.
So Die Another Day or no? Die Another Day he was captured.
Die Another Day, yeah. Well, in Korea.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. Here he's presumed dead. Of course, he comes back because MI6 is under attack. Specifically, Dame Judi Dench is under attack by someone from her past. And this takes when Bond eventually does come back from the dead, he ends up going to Shanghai. Then he ends up going to Macau.
Basically, to find this guy.
Yeah, to find this guy, Mr. Silva,
yeah.
who's played by Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And this leads them on a merry chase that comes all the way back to the UK itself, within the offices of MI6.
Right. Yeah, and I have to say, like, you know, if you notice in the first two, the influences there were more of the Bourne series. Here, I was getting more of a vibe of Dark Knight.
Okay.
You know, I was getting that vibes, and like I don't know how to describe it. Like even like the way that it was shot is, I think I'd have to say it's like one of those beautifully shot.
Props to Sam Mendes. Props to director Sam Mendes.
Yeah, who would have thought, right?
Who would have thought that Sam Mendes would do an action flick like
American
this?
Beauty.
Yeah.
Guy was American Beauty. Road to Perdition was a little bit action, but still not really that major.
Big time.
This is big time.
Yeah, big time. And we got to see it in IMAX, which is the only way to watch this.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was the whole IMAX thing.
Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking, wow, there was influence of Dark Knight here. Like the scope of the action, how big the action was, you know, and like even those wide city shots.
Yeah, the cinematography was really good because they did wide city shots of Shanghai and Macau. But at the same time, when it goes back to the UK, when they're going into like a little place like in Scotland, the wide angles are amazing. It's
beautiful pieces.
Yeah, beautiful, really beautiful. Yeah.
And I don't know. For me, the writing I felt was tighter here. I like the dialogue. There's more snappy pattern.
Yeah.
There's more wit compared to the last two. Yeah, well, come on, forget about the last one because like there's barely any dialogue in that movie.
Yeah.
And
I was very happy with the addition of Ray Fiennes as Gareth Mallory.
Yeah.
You know, he's initially like a kind of an adversarial person for Dame Judi.
Yeah.
But eventually,
there's more to him than meets the eye.
There's more to him than meets the eye, and the lovely Eve, played by Naomi Harris. There's also more to her than meets the eye, and she starts off as a field agent, but something happens later.
Put it this way, we won't go into spoilers here, but it's like a lot of old school Bond fans will love it. They'll love this.
That's me.
We'll love this.
That's me because I'm a Bond fan from the Connery days.
Right.
I mean, I lived through Moore and Dalton and Brosnan. For me, Connery's definitive. But Craig has done 2 out of 3 really good Bond movies, including this one. This is really good for me.
Oh yeah, and from the beginning, from the get-go, they just go full throttle.
Yeah.
They just go all out in terms of the action.
Right.
Although I did feel it does slow down a bit for me. I felt it slows down. I mean, it's not. It's like the beginning sequence is like for me great. It's like epic.
Right.
And then when it slows down a notch to good.
Okay.
You know, and it's steady all the way.
Right.
And then you get these big spikes of action, and the ending, the way the climax is like something I didn't expect.
Yeah, I didn't expect it, but I was so happy when it happened.
Right.
I think when they get to hiding end, the moment that happens and there's a big reveal,
yeah.
and that didn't let me go.